You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in.
All right, you guys. So, salute everybody coming on in the building. Appreciate all you guys. And it seems like this situation has gotten absolutely out of, man, it's getting ready to get crazy. It's getting ready to get crazy. As according to the reports right now, it has just come out that they have apparently recovered the body. Again, coming out right now of the Iranian supreme leader, according to reports at this time. Multiple reports are claiming that Iran's supreme leader, the Ayatollah, has been unalived and that his body has been recovered during Donald Trump's operation in Iran. And this is still developing. And I'm going to say this right now. This is going to get bad. Iran has already said that they're not backing down. They are currently hitting a lot of different American bases in the Persian Gulf. And I believe now they are going to unleash everything they got. I truly believe that Iran is about to unleash every single thing they have, man. And I think that this is going to go on for a long time. And what I mean is that Donald Trump probably thought that if they could capture him or unalive him, that it would instantly fold the entire country and their whole military operation. But that's not what's happening. From what is being reported right now, the reports are that the Ayatollah has been taken out, but that Iran is still coming with all the smoke. I'm telling y'all this right now, bro. Do not get ahead of yourselves. This is about to get ugly. Just imagine if a world leader gets taken out by another country, what's going to happen? People continue to underestimate these other countries. I'm telling y'all, and the allies of these other countries. This is going to be a horrific situation, bro. Just to tell everybody, multiple reports are claiming that they have recovered the body of the Ayatollah. And so Iran has went radio silent on this situation. And, all I can say is, man, is that they need to prepare for the worst. This just came out just now. This report right now, as I'm doing this video right now. This has just come out. I know there was early reports. There was rumors that he had been taken out, but they were unconfirmed. And people are just going to say, "Oh, that was quick." Nah, I don't think you people understand. I'm gonna tell you guys, it's gonna get real bad because if it was just him, they would have stopped. But he has a lot of loyalists that roll with him. And so just taking him out wasn't going to end this situation. The United States of America and Israel have a whole different situation on their hands. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, they got a whole different situation on their hands now, man. Because now it is going, and this is not fake news, this is real, actual report to the people that's in here. You'll probably hear it on CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC in a few minutes. But I don't come here and bring fake news. I brought you real news. And I'm telling you guys this right now. This shit about to get dead serious. It was already serious. You see the videos, you see people running down the streets. I used to live in Bahrain. I lived in Bahrain, you know, right there in the capital. I lived in Dubai. I walked these streets before. I lived in these places. I lived in Kuwait. You know, I lived in Kuwait. I lived in Qatar. That's the crazy part. I lived in all of those different countries in the Persian Gulf. I've been in all the hot spots. I lived in Lebanon. I lived in Syria. So I've been in all these different countries. And you know, you get to see things, you know what I'm saying? And they lie to y'all on the TV screen. Here in the United States, they'll lie to you guys about different things. And I'm telling y'all, it's bad out in Dubai right now. And in the Persian Gulf, there are literally bombs dropping on the streets and people are running for their lives. I don't think people understand this. People think this is up. Iran is not, they don't, this is not going to be just some conventional, oh, one-on-one, we're trying to hit you. Listen, let me explain this to people who don't know. The way they fight because of the distance is not going to be against the United States one-on-one with bombs or troops coming in the States. That's not how it's going to be. They're going to fight a different type of war. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you something. You go back to 9/11 vibes. I'm just going to tell you right now. You're talking sleeper cells. You're talking about all these different things that you have to now worry about. And when they do it, they fight a long battle. They wait till you're not paying attention, and then it's an issue. And I'm going to tell you something else. The countries that are close, they attack all the U.S. bases and all the people that's around there. They're going to continue to hit Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, Dubai. They're going to continue to hit all those countries. I'm telling you this. They're going to try to, because what people don't understand is, shout out to my boy Two Raw in the building, is so many Americans that's in these countries. It's so many Americans that's in these countries. And I don't think people understand that. That's the part y'all don't understand. This is not no situation. Y'all got to understand what Trump just did is devilish. And I'm going to tell y'all why. You guys have to understand. It's not, oh, you take out the Ayatollah and it's over with. That's not how it goes. The Ayatollah have a lot of loyalists to him in his country. That's why they still setting them things off. Now they're going to unleash everything they got as far as military-wise, cyber-wise, sleeper cell-wise, and all this because of y'all running around here praising Donald Trump because he don't want to reveal and he don't want the media talking every day about those Epstein files because it's getting too hot. Bill Clinton just did his thing, and y'all believe when he hyped that shit up about, oh, I don't like the Clintons, and he was going at the Clintons during the election. But then yesterday, after Bill Clinton did his deposition, they asked him about it. He says, oh, nah, I really like Bill. So now you like Bill. I don't like to see him deposed. No. Now you like Bill. No, the shit backfired on you because you figured out that, damn, we forced Bill to go up there. They're going to fuck around and make me do it. And then I'm going to be on record under oath, under the penalty of perjury. And then guess what happens? You don't get to be president forever, sir. So now you jacked up a former president. Now guess what they're going to do when the Dems go get the power? They're going to jump on your ass like a trampoline. See? But let me tell y'all something. It goes like this. This is going to be very disgusting. It's going to be a lot of lives. I know people thinking, hey, man, we ain't need to lose no lives. You guys don't even know what you're talking about. They have to go inside the country. What do I mean? They do the air attacks first. When you're trying to take over a country, bro, they try to tell y'all the same thing with Iraq. Not going to work. You're not just going to go take Saddam, get him out of there, and then think the whole country's going to be stable. No, you got all kind of shit going on over there. Now it's good because the United States of America and Israel going to want to put somebody who's along the lines of their ideology in charge. But what if the other people have different plans? So now this is why the United States of America and Israel are going to have to go put troops on the ground to stabilize the country. So they're going to have to put all these troops in there to take over and control the country until they get somebody they want in there, and they make sure they get everybody online. And that could take years. And you know what that means? That means you'll be battling and fighting people within the country for years. That's exactly what happened in Iraq. Remember they told y'all it was going to be in and out of Iraq? And what happened? Bush ended up having to send troops in on the ground, trying to stabilize the country, right? Because why? Terrorists can come in and take over a whole country. Different groups, different people, a different leader that they might not agree with, who might agree with the Ayatollah, rises up and the people rally behind him. Now you got a whole new issue. These are all the things people don't understand when you're dealing with politics. This is why, I swear, me and T. Ross should do a channel. I don't even get into this stuff too much on my YouTube channel like I used to on my old channel. Because I could break all these clowns down to the molecule, right? All these clowns down to the molecule. I even heard Myron over there from Fresh and Fit like, man, we finna be effed up now. They don't even know what's finna hit them. Trump didn't tell them all that. He didn't tell them everything the United States finna get hit with. And I'm thinking like, oh, now you want to say that, but y'all been pushing Trump the whole time. But now you want to say that. And these people don't understand. This all it takes is one attack on American soil, and that destroys everything. Everything. One successful one. Remember, let me tell y'all something. Remember what 9/11 did to everybody's mind? It had everybody paranoid. It changed the entire American history. You, according to the reports, have taken out this country's leader. You think people just gonna lay down and say, hey, okay, it's over with, you guys got it? Hell no. They would have already been did that. They still out here letting them things go. Iran already probably planned for this. And here's the part y'all gotta understand. And this is the part I think that people really don't understand that much. In that region, bro, they willing to live and die off whatever they say and they believe in. They willing to go off. The Ayatollah, he was ready for whatever was gonna come with this. You better believe that. The Ayatollah and them people, they was ready for whatever was gonna come with this. Trust me. Trust me. Y'all need to understand what the hell is amongst us now. Right? You need to understand that. This is something for generations and generations, all because this fool is afraid of what was coming out in them Epstein files. And we still gonna cook on the Epstein file. That's the crazy part. I'm finna tell y'all are finna get hit with the biggest, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, when all the truth comes out. Because it's gonna come out about Donald J. Trump. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. And when it do, I hope all of y'all that was a part of this shit and got blood on your hands, I hope all of y'all are ready for how this thing is gonna play out. I hope every last one of y'all ready for this shit. I hope y'all ready for all this smoke that y'all been sitting around here asking for. I hope you niggas got the chimney. I hope you got the chimney. I really do. Because I'm telling y'all this right now, man. The situation is disgusting. I promise y'all this. And what everybody's gonna see, I don't care. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, y'all people are sleeping. Y'all think you could just bully everybody and just do whatever you want to do to everybody? It don't happen like that, bro. I'm telling you, man, you better believe these people were built for this and they were thinking about this. And to the person who said the whole world has been against Iran, that's a lie. You're a liar, sir. And let me say this to you, sir. I want to say this to you, right? Iran has allies. They have Russia, China. They have other allies. So I don't know what the hell you're thinking about, sir. You need to learn what the hell you're talking about. But let me cook you real quick, because I know you don't know. I see right now you don't know what you're talking about, right? You said you're crazy. The entire world has been against Iran because of the treatment and the treatment of its people. What about the United States and the treatment of their people? You don't want me to go. See, you don't want me to go there. I will stir fry. See, you dudes come on here and get cooked ASAP. You come over here and get cooked easily. What about the treatment of American people and citizens in the United States of America? Man, come on with it now. I know you don't want this smoke. I know you don't want this smoke. I know you don't want this smoke, boy. I know you don't want it. I know you don't want it. I know you don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want this smoke. What about the treatment of the American citizens in America? Right? So don't come in here running your mouth talking this shit. Because I can get real deep on this thing. Right? And to the person who says, how many people, bro, you've never been outside the United States of America. Shut your mouth. How many people let me ask you this question, sir. Let me ask you this question. You said how many people has the Iranian regime killed? How many people has the Donald Trump regime killed? You got to get now. I want you to think before you run your mouth. I want you to think. I want you to think. Since he's been president all these years, I really want you to think. But I know, here's what you don't want to understand. Just one person losing their life has so much value to that. But you don't appreciate that one person that lost their life. Think about what I just said again, man. Now, what are you talking about, Ticket? See, I told y'all I'm too educated for this clown. So let me answer him this question. How many people do you think died in hospitals because of Donald Trump's policies? Let's start right there. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about healthcare. Then after we go to healthcare, we can go to ICE, right? We can go to what? All that situation that's going down over there in the borders, right? We can go, bro, stop. Don't play with me, bro. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't, you don't want to do this. And then let's talk about how many people are going to lose their life right now. Donald Trump done already told you American citizens going to go. For what? He's already went on TV yesterday and said, we're going to have casualties. He didn't have to have casualties. The United States of America was not Donald Trump was bringing up shit that happened decades ago. He was bringing up shit that we had already got past. Did you hear his speech? Them motherfuckers talking about stuff that happened in 1918. And they did this, and I think we believe they were. No. You ain't got proof. You believe they were. Like I said before. Yeah, Jay Dizzle, I am very educated. And you just a damn dummy. See, when you got people like yourself that really don't care about the value of human life, just period, then you'll never understand. You are nothing but a political hack. That's all you are, dog. And you can never be taken serious. But I'm finna tell y'all this, because I told y'all this 2 months ago. I said, yo, they're gonna go to war. Everybody said, no, they ain't taking. Yes, they are. Are you watching the videos of these bombs dropping over there? See, this is the problem with guys like you, sir. And I'm gonna say this to you right now. Um, all those places, I've actually been in all those places and walked the streets in every last one of those places. And I got videos and photos to prove it. I have videos, photos, footage to prove it. Right? When I lived in Bahrain, when I lived in Kuwait, right? I have pictures of me, and they call, like, anybody who lives out there knows what I'm talking about. In Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Dubai, they call your apartments flats. So you'd be like, hey, I got to go to my flat. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call your apartment, your flat, right? Beautiful place, Qatar, Kuwait, beautiful place. Beautiful place. Dubai, the most beautiful. Bahrain, it's okay, right? See, you ain't never been up in the internet cafe spots at 2 o'clock in the morning. He asked me, have I been to Iran? I've been to Iran and Iraq. Yeah, I've been to Iran and Iraq. I actually have friends in both places. Yeah, yeah. See, this is the part you don't know, sucker. So shut your mouth. I actually walked the streets of Damascus, Syria. For a whole year, I walked the streets of Damascus, Syria. I've been to Beirut, Lebanon, Zahle. I lived in Zahle. It's up north, cold as hell, right? Israel's not the only ones reporting it. That's not true. The Ayatollah, according to multiple reports right now that's coming out, his body has been recovered. He says, you don't know where I've been. Where have you been, Jay Dizzle? Where have you been? Come on, tell us where you've been. I'm going to do a quiz for you. Because you can ask me about any of these places in Qatar. Because let me tell you what I used to do in Qatar, right? When I got from my hotel in Qatar, right? When I got from my hotel in Qatar, every morning I would go, and in Qatar, they would have this restaurant that served American food. Why? Because there was a lot of Americans there. Why? Because there's a military base there. So near all the military bases, they have a lot of. It's like a big part of it is Americanized, right? I want you to think about this now, right? Two Raw said it's confirmed the Ayatollah is dead. I told people this, Two Raw. These idiots don't listen. Like I said before, I don't come on here and he says everything you say is an opinion. No, it's not. It's facts. Just like I told you the Ayatollah is gone. That's a fact. You're blocked, sucker. Get off my channel. You're a roach. You're a roach. Now it's finna get real. And I told these people, y'all think I come on YouTube and say stuff and don't know what the hell I be talking about? This dude don't know what he talking about. I used to be able to go out in Qatar every morning and get French toast. I could get pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausages, whatever I wanted. American breakfast. I could get it all right there. I used to go to the Qatar malls. They would have, the malls was beautiful. You could lick off the floor in the malls. I got pictures of this shit. Of me and the homies out there. I had cars. When I was in Qatar, they gave me a car and everything. The same thing when I was in Kuwait. Same as when I was in Bahrain and Dubai. They treat you the best. They treat you the best. Right? So cut it out. You ain't never been to none of these places. You can't talk about none of this shit. You ain't never touched the soil. Talk to the people. I got friends out there to this day, sucker, in all these places. So I know a lie when I see one. That made me understand the political side of things and why people have so much disdain for the hypocrisy of America. You guys don't understand this. See, this dude's so much of a dummy, he won't even know that it was Americans in Iran up until the last 2 months. Walking the streets, no problem. You can look at this. You can listen. It's videos on YouTube. This is how idiotic these people are. And then y'all listen to Donald Trump. They hate us. They're saying death to America. Bro, you literally go to these places and you walk out the streets. They don't hate you as individual people. They hate the leadership. I don't been in the grimiest spots around the world with no issues. Now, can it get funky? It can. But for the most part, if you mind yours, they're going to mind theirs. The hell is these people talking about? Y'all listen to these lies that guys like Trump and these dudes pumping y'all face. That's why I can come on here and talk about this shit from experience. From experience. When I got off the plane in Dubai, nigga, the goddamn going, the country, it smells like a different, it smells rich. It's just different. Them mofos got Mercedes that you ain't never seen before. You like, damn, where the hell they get that at? I ain't never seen that. Everybody out there damn near riding around in Ferraris, Maybachs, Lambos, all this shit. You like, damn. Like, everybody's damn near rich. They coming from rich families. This is normal work. You see a dude look like a little dweeb riding around in a Ferrari, like, what the fuck? These are facts. I've seen it and I experienced it with my own eyes. I saw it there in Dubai. Then you can go to Qatar. You can actually go live in Qatar and not even have no problem ever until today with messing with Donald Trump. You could have lived in Qatar the last 20-something years and been more comfortable than you were in the States. It's always going to be hot. You right there on the water. On the beach. It's beautiful. Bro, they clean the streets out there, bro. To the person who says nothing's confirmed, it is confirmed, brother. Multiple reports have confirmed this. They recovered his body. So know your role before you come in here. This has just been reported right now. Shut up, bro. You guys come in here and say stupid stuff, bro. I don't come out here and put cap on the internet. I don't put cap on the internet, brother. So as I was saying to everybody, these people don't know this. So y'all listen to what they tell y'all on the news. They lie to y'all. They feed y'all whatever they want y'all to feel about somebody. And y'all, the same way they lie to y'all about Donald Trump and the Epstein files. Let me say it again. The same way they lie to y'all, right, about Trump and the Epstein files. I'm telling y'all what it is. I'm telling y'all what it is. My brother said he's been in Iraq twice. Bro, let me tell you something. When I got to Baghdad, Iraq, bro, half the whole country was blown up. I was staying in this hotel, bro. Solid little hotel for where I was at in Baghdad. Bro, every night I hear bombs going off around me. I was like, what the fuck am I doing out here? When you're in Baghdad, Iraq, I used to wake up in the morning with no fear in my spirit. Because I walk with God, nigga. I used to get up out the hotel, go downstairs, speak to the guy that was at the front desk. And I asked him, I said, man, where can I go out here, man? Yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. The homies I had, the Iraqi homies that I had out there, they always was trying to get me to go to the mall. They was like, yo, Ticket, come on, you gotta go to the mall, man. I'm like, man, y'all niggas crazy as hell. I ain't finna go to no damn mall. I used to tell them, he said, man, you gotta come up to, you know why? Because that all was normalized to them. Let me say this to you again. War has been, it's all they saw. So that shit was, I was like, damn. Because in Iraq, let me tell y'all something, how it works out there in a lot of these Middle East countries. Because now we're talking about the Middle East, right? So in Iraq, they had checkpoints. If you've ever been to Baghdad, Iraq, they have checkpoints damn near bro, let me tell you something. It could take you literally 3 minutes in a car to get from the hotel to the grocery store. 3 minutes. You're going to last an hour. Why? Because of traffic, because of checks. They got stops on damn near every corner. So checkpoints. So what do? You get to the checkpoint and they put that shit under your car. So if I'm riding with the taxi or whatever like that, I'm riding, they had me a driver. So I'm riding with the driver. You come to this, bro, you're nervous as fuck. Because if you had to learn everything, bro. I'm so glad I traveled the world and got world experiences. It opened my mind so much. Let me tell y'all something. Because this shit blew me, bro. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Nigga, I was shook. I was walking with God out that joint, man. When you're in those stops and you got like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars in front of you, that's any car could just boom, go just like that. That's how they would do. They would go right to the checkpoints, and as soon as they check them, boom, and you out of here. They were used to that shit. So all of the soldiers out there was taking risks doing those jobs every day anyways. It was happening all the time anyway. Or somebody could walk up on you and have a vest on. Boom, you done. This happens all the time. But thank God, every time I went to the checkpoints, I never had an issue. But you would hear another bomb go off on another block on a different checkpoint, right? So basically, like I said, they would go and look under everybody's car. They'd have this mirror on this stick that they use to check under your car, to check for these things. Then they would search, basically look inside your car and check to see if anybody was strapped. They basically search your trunk, all that. So you have to sit here and wait. And they had checkpoints on every block. So this isn't just one block, every block. And then you have to show them your documentation. So I'm American. I had to show them my passport. They're like, they ask, who are you? Okay, let me see. Boom, 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 boom. And the more time, you're nervous because you're like, damn, something can happen. Right? Then you have to worry about what else they do out there. What they do is this. They'll go out there, somebody will let that thing off, boom, and it go up in smoke. Then what happens is everybody runs over there to try to help on a rescue mission to save. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? One of my friends told me, he was like, yo, let me tell you something. You don't know where you at, but I'm finna tell you. One of my Iraqi friends told me, he said, bro, he said, if this ever happens and you with us, run the other way. Go the other way, bro. He says, I'm going to tell you what they do. They'll have a guy who goes to the point. Boom, he'll set his thing off, right? Now, when it goes off, what happens? Everybody runs over there to try to rescue, see what's going on, video. And once everybody get over there, the backup guy comes, boom, and take everybody out. So what they did was they drew everybody in just so they could get more people out of there, bro. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Every single day we was going to those checkpoints, my heart was thumping through my chest like a goddamn. But I was on that shit. So I told y'all that one day, and I showed y'all that picture on YouTube here. That one day, I got to the checkpoint, and he looked at my passport, and he looked at me. Now, mind you, these dudes have all their face covered, completely masked up. You can't see their face because they're in danger doing their job. They can easily get taken out, so they can never be identified. They have like the poo shiesty mask with the glasses. I mean, with the what you call it on, the goggles or shit, whatever. So you can't see none of their face, right? You can only see like maybe their nose sometimes. That's it, bro. I got to the stop checkpoint. He was like, "Yo, get out." I'm like, "Oh shit, bro." I said, "I'm gonna die." I said, "I'm gonna die right here, man," because there was a line full of people behind us, and they see me get out. They see me get out. I'm gonna say it again. They see me get out, and I'm being honest with y'all. So I got out. When he told me to get out, then he got. Y'all know I'm 6'9". He got a gun as big as me in his hand. I get out. So it's this little setup point, little office setup point, right there. The little office is right there when you take it. You can go inside. He like, "Yo, come inside." I'm like, "What?" Now they holding up everybody behind us, and I'm thinking like, damn, somebody could just come right now and set this off. They're gonna see, you know what I'm saying, who I am, who he is. So I'm looking. That monk, that soldier looked at me. He ain't speak no English. My man was telling me what he was saying, right? He looked at me. He looked up. He said, "Michael Jordan?" I said, "Man, what?" I said, "Man, what's up, man?" Bro, I dapped dude up. I swear to God, I dapped him up. And I'm like, "Yo, let me tell you something, bro." I said, "Yo, let's get a picture, man. I don't never want to forget this moment." He could not take his mask off out of fear for his life of finding out who he was. And that mofo took the selfie. He took the picture with me. And I got that picture. I showed y'all that picture on this YouTube. And that's how y'all know Michael Jordan is worldwide. He said, "Michael Jordan." I said, "This motherfucker know I said, you know Michael Jordan, man?" I said, "Man, these motherfuckers don't hate us, man." I said, "Man, he's some lying." I said, "He's some lying mofos." Then I started to see when I went to Lebanon, love, Syria. I walked the streets of Syria, Damascus, Syria, 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning. I go right over to the shawarma spot. Give me the shawarma. Best shawarmas you'll ever eat. Mofo be talking to me in English. You know, they got the Al Jazeera playing on TV, but he talking to me in English. I'm like, "Yo, you know English?" He like, "Yeah, man." Over there listening to Tupac, all that shit. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Man, these mofo never had no issues. None." I'm talking about walk the streets. I get hungry. I'm like, "Oh, I'm going outside. I'm finna go outside and walk the street." I used to walk the streets of Iran at 2 o'clock in the morning. No, it was nobody's outside. Nobody's outside. In Tehran, Iran, nobody's outside. 2 o'clock in the morning, you go outside, it's ghost town. It's ghost town. And I'm telling everybody that's listening to this video, bro, that's why I told you have to experience this stuff. You have to experience this stuff, man. I've been to Jordan. I lived in Jordan for a year. Where else did I live, man? Bro, my life is like a movie, my nigga. And when you go and you sit in these people's homes, right? You sit in their homes and you chop it up with their family and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, having conversations, is they show you love. It's genuine love. I've had people, I've went in some of the grimiest homes in Damascus, Syria, the grimiest homes, and chopped it up with some of the homies' families. Treat you with love. They look at you like, man, this is a superstar. You're 6'9", walking around here, damn, you know? Every day, yella, yella, yella. I seen it all, man. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. They put this battery in y'all back and tell y'all, oh, they say death to America. I asked the dude. I asked him straight up. I said, yo, dog. I was posted up with homie in a pizza spot. Hold my hand to God. And I asked the little homie, I said, yo, let me ask you a question, man. I said, all this time I've been out here, bro, y'all be treating me with love, respect. Y'all be treating me good, man. I said, yo, bro, why these people be saying death to America and stuff like that? I said, what's up with that? He was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you, it's not about the citizens. He said it's about the corrupted government, leadership. And the propaganda that they put out. So when people say that, they don't literally mean to you, because you are not a part of that. But the leadership is what he said they had issues with. The leadership, bro. And I know y'all gonna think I'm lying. I know you're gonna think I'm lying. But the one thing about me, I was never lying, dog. I always been 100, and I always stood on truth. And I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna show you the little homie, and he probably will forever remember me and speaking with me about that. When I asked him about that, I asked the little homie, and I didn't know who he was. He was just talking to me in English, yo. He knew English, you know what I'm saying? And he was talking to me, and we was just chopping it up. And like I said, I asked him, I was like, yo, why they be saying that though, dog? Like, why they be having them signs and saying that, but then I can walk down the streets and don't nobody do nothing to me. Everybody show love and be like speaking to me and shit like that. And when he said that to me, that changed my entire spirit. It changed my entire spirit. And I knew right then that we were being lied to. Let me repeat myself again. I knew right then that we were being lied to and deceived on the news, because I watched this with my own eyes. I saw this stuff play out with my own eyes. And I'm going to tell everybody that's listening, it ain't nothing like something when you see it for yourself. When you see something for yourself with your own eyes, is nothing that nobody else can do to lie to you now. It's no amount of propaganda, lies, conspiracies. This is shit y'all see with Candace Owens, pushing all them lies, pushing for Trump. And now she's upset with the decision she made. Now, I don't know what brought her to saying, hey, man, I was wrong for that. Or was they just just doing it for clicks and follows and that shit all the time? But I already told y'all on this channel. When I came in here, and anything I said on God, I can prove anything I said. So when I told everybody the first time when I said these things, the very first time when I told y'all that I was out there and dude, I thought it was over with. I said, yo, I'm dead. It's a lot of time passing that's going through your mind. It's enough time for people to, you know, do an attack right there. They say, oh, it's a foreigner right here? Okay, let's get it cracking. We can do this shit right now. Somebody just walk right up on you. Boom, it's over with. You ain't even ready for it. They just walk. So you looking the whole time paranoid than a mofo. Paranoid than a mofo. So I told y'all when I experienced that, and I had a lot of people that was out there that was just straight up showing me love. In all of these different places, just showing a nigga love like, damn. I said, man, this ain't what these people say it was. Why would they go out their way to show me love? But then, like I said, you see what's going on with Donald Trump and them now. Look at what all the stuff Donald Trump said today. So they're out there like, oh, these are lies he's feeding to the people. And then guess what? You got a lot of these people that are puppets, ain't never been nowhere, ain't never seen nothing. They go right, whatever they tell you, they go with. They don't even need no type of evidence of this. It's just whatever they say, they gonna go with. And that's another major issue. But back to the little homie I told y'all about, because I ain't never had no reason to come on here and lie to nobody. So to the dude that I had met, because I went by myself. Let me repeat myself again. That day, man, I was hungry than a mofo. And I said, man, I don't care what it is, bro. I'm getting me something to eat. So it was this little pizza spot. It was this pizza spot. Now, at this pizza spot was these dudes, right? They were at the pizza spot, right? They were at the pizza spot, right? Now, y'all smash the like button if y'all listening, because I'm about to show you proof right now. Unadulterated proof, evidence of what I'm saying. So when I went into the spot, it had to be like 11:45, 11:30 at night, 11:40. I remember this night. I never forget this night. I went up in that shit. I just threw on some shit I had and just walked in that motherfucker by myself. In the middle of the Middle East. And I asked a little homie right there. See, the difference between me and these other whole ass niggas running around here on YouTube, I don't have no reason to lie. So when I went in the pizza spot, I just threw on anything. You see, I had my pants on backwards and shit. I didn't give a fuck, nigga. I'm hungry. I said, yo, why they be saying that, man? And the little homie was telling me. He was telling me. You can see I'm waiting in line behind the other dude in the leather jacket. And you know I ain't lying, because look at the sign above that dude behind me in the leather jacket. It said pizza. And I was hungry than a mofo. And he told me, he was like, nah, man, that ain't what you think. I never had these issues. When I ran into the other dude, right? One of the homies that was out there, that was out there, the local homies that bro, had no reason to lie. Had no reason to lie. Showed me love, man. Yo, ticket, man. Hey, man, ain't no thing, dog. Come on, rock with us. We got you. They put me on the game. They put me on the game, nigga. See, these niggas on YouTube be talking, nigga. I really been that. So when I told y'all that I've been to Iraq, here's the proof. I took a picture from outside my hotel. That's in Baghdad, Iraq. And across the street was a restaurant. I would walk right across that street because I wasn't going out to them checkpoints no more. I walked right across the street, right to the restaurant, get my food, and walk right back across the street to the hotel. But if you thought I was lying about the checkpoints, well, I have no reason to lie because I took a picture of that too. And they was telling me, yo, put your phone down. You can't have no phone, bro. Put your phone down. I'm like, man, I'm going to take a picture of this shit because I said, ain't nobody going to never believe what I say if I don't have a fucking picture. If I ain't got a picture, they ain't never going to believe what I say. They ain't never going to believe what I said. That was a checkpoint in Baghdad, Iraq. And like I told you, that little building right there, this was the day. Now, it's two cars in front of me. It's a truck and it's an SUV. Boy, nigga, I was getting shook. And you know it's Iraq because all you got to do is look in the top right-hand corner of the taxi and you'll see the sticker right up there. I keep receipts, nigga. So I told y'all, I got to the checkpoint. And remember I told y'all, the dude told me, get out. When he seen my passport, he said, yo, get out. So when I got out, he was like, yo, come here. That's what he was telling me. Come here. And the other dude that was with me, he was trying to translate for me. But them niggas, I was like, oh shit, man, them niggas gonna. I said, bro, they gonna hit me up, man. I said, bro, all right, man. I said, it is what it is. I said, just exactly what I said to myself. I said, yo, this was a great win right here. I said that to myself. I said, God, thank you. I appreciate it, man. This is a great run. I love you. Straight like that. I thought I was done. When they called me out that whip, I said, bro, they gonna smoke me right here. He told me, yo, come inside this building. That's what and the dude was telling me. The homie that was with me was telling me. Now, mind you, it's all these people behind us too. And any of this shit could blow up at any time. Boom. Happens all the time. Go look it up online. You'll see. As I told y'all, dude, when I got out, he saw me. He was like, oh, shit. He got in. He called me. And I was like, oh, they going to do me dirty. He called me in the building, in that little white building right there. That's right on the left-hand side of the SUV. So y'all know I'm big as fuck. Go inside there. I'm like, they finna do me right here. I said, I'm gonna have to just stand on it. Cause it was him and like 3 other dudes in there. I'm like, I'm gonna stand on this shit. The other 2 dudes was looking like dead bit shit. Them niggas was square business. But the one dude who told me to come in there, when I walked in there, he looked at me. He was like, hey, Michael Jordan. I said, what? I said, man, come take this picture, man. He was like, yo, I can't take my mask off. So the dude was telling me, he's like, yo, he can't take his mask off, bro. I said, why you can't take his mask off? I said, bro, just take a picture with me, man. This is something we keep forever. He was like, man, they take his mask off, they gonna knock him off for letting you even come and move like this. That's illegal. There's the picture right there. You can see the badge on him. I'm a real nigga for real. I done been in the hottest spots that you could ever name. These niggas on YouTube be talking, nigga. I really walk this shit. You see the red and white door right in that little room, the same way I told y'all. I said, yo, come take this picture, man. Dude was happy as fuck. That made his day. And he told me, yo, send it to my phone. I sent that shit to his phone, nigga. Straight up. And then he walked outside. He checked everything. Was like, okay, you good. Go, 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 go. He made sure that I crossed good. I was like, damn. I said, that's a real dude right there. Because them other 2 dudes was like, they was about to hem me up, nigga. Right? I was going to have to stand on just whatever. That was going to be my last, whatever it was. Remember, that's the little building we was in. That's how big the building was to the left. That little white building right there, bro. That shit was small as hell, bro. So we in there like that. I walk in there, I'm ducking in there. Right? 6'9". That building had to be like probably 7 feet tall. Right? Then I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all I've been out in the Middle East? Didn't I tell y'all I was in Dubai, Qatar, all these places? Bro, I don't have no reason to lie. I took pictures inside of the mall. Anybody that's from out there can tell you I'm not lying. They've been in these malls, in these grocery stores. I got way more videos. I'm in the Gucci store everywhere. All that shit. You know what I was pushing out there? That was my car. The Bentley Coupe. That was my car. In the front, that building, that was the gym. So I would park right there. They hate me too. They say, man, why you park here every day, man? I never forget the Indian dude would come outside. The Indian dude talk English. Yo, shout out to whoever the Indian dude was. Yo, salute to the Indian cat. Yo, I rocks with the Indian cats, man. Because if y'all know the Indian cats be out there, they be like doing all the work, washing all the jerseys, uniforms, everything. Like this is in the Persian Gulf now. So this ain't even in the Middle East. This is Persian Gulf, right? So he like, yo. I forgot how he talked, but that shit was crazy. He was like, hey, I'm thinking. His name was Uni. That's his name. Hey, Uni, salute to you, brother. So I never forget Uni. Uni was one of the best dudes. He was an Indian dude. They always had an Indian dudes doing the work. So Uni would and I would give Uni like probably like 300-400 dinar. That's the money out there. So I said, yo, Uni. I said, yo, take this bread, man. He was like, yo, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I said, Uni, man, how you learn English, man? I used to ask him every day. Uni used to wash all my uniforms, all my clothes, had that shit folded up perfect, nigga. Everything. As soon as I come to the gym, he said, hey, they don't want you to be parked like right there. They want you to use this. I said, man, I'm parking right here, bro. I don't give a fuck, man. He was like, okay, no problem, man. Uni was a real one. Uni used to wash the car. When I was inside practicing, Uni would come outside, wash the car. That whole shit would be clean. Uni would say, hey, leave the keys with me. Leave me the keys. I said, you need keys. I said, Uni, man, you can't drive, man. But Uni could drive because Uni was driving the white van for the team. So I'm like, why Uni want the keys? Uni was like, I gave Uni the keys. I come outside. This mofo had cleaned out the whole whip every day. Every day. I was like, I used to give Uni money every day. Uni was like, man, don't forget about me, man. Don't forget about me. When I left, I was sad because Uni told me, don't forget about me, man. Uni was a good dude to me, man. He was a good dude to everybody out there. He made sure you was right. I'm talking about clothes were starched perfectly. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Right? These are all facts that I'm giving the world. So when I tell y'all that these people be lying to y'all and saying all this old capping ass stuff to y'all, man, I don't been in all this. Man, I was in Lebanon pushing some of the nicest foreign cars in Lebanon. But these are all facts that I'm giving the world. All facts I'm giving y'all. So, yeah, man, it's real like that, man. I can show you food from the different countries out there. Good as shit, man. You know what I mean? All them countries you got maids come clean your house or you clean your apartment. Every single day they come in there and clean that joint every day, perfect. You would have to tell them don't clean today for them not to clean. Right? So I'm just being real with y'all, man, telling y'all this stuff that they don't tell y'all. So when you come and you hear this foolishness and this buffoonery that they tell y'all on the internet, you have to really understand both sides of the story. That's why I tell so many people, don't judge something unless you know both sides of the story. So when Donald Trump goes on the news and says, they saying death to America, man, go out there and ask them why they said it and who they talking about. Right? Because y'all think, oh, man, they don't like Americans. No, they don't like guys like Donald Trump, George Bush, and those guys. Straight up. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm just, standing on business, keeping it real. So stop believing these people's lies, man. They don't got us in a whole war based off of lies. A whole war based off lies. And that's the part they don't never want y'all to really interact and chop it up with these people. They want to keep everybody separated and divided. This is the same tactics they use in the United States with the whites, the blacks, the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Chinese people, the Mexicans. They want to divide and conquer. They want the blacks hating the Mexicans, the Mexicans hating the blacks. They want the blacks hating the Puerto Ricans. They want the Chinese hating the blacks. They want the blacks hating the whites hating the blacks. I'm just being honest with you, man. I'm being honest with you. But if you actually took time and you respected and tried to learn somebody else's and understand somebody else's culture, it's called respect. That's why I always got that. Every country I went to, I always tried to learn some of the language. It's respect. It's respect. Somebody asked me which country I hated the worst. It was between Syria. And here's the reason why. I'm not going to say I hated the worst. It was just that I hated the weather. So let me rephrase that. The worst weather I ever experienced was in North Africa. I hated that weather because I was up north in Morocco. I hated that shit. I wasn't in Casablanca. I was up north, but in Al Hosima. But I hated the weather there. I hated the weather in Damascus, Syria, and I hated the weather the most in Istanbul, Turkey. Boy, I hated the weather in Turkey. It was raining, cold every day. Like, man, ain't no way in hell, bro. Ain't no way in hell. So those are the 3 places I hated the most. The places I loved the most: Dubai, South Korea. I love Qatar. I ain't gonna front. I love Venezuela. I ain't gonna front, man. I love Venezuela. I love DR, and I love let me think. What other country did I love the most? Oh, I didn't like Argentina either. Argentina was just cold as hell. I hated Argentina. Just not the country, but the weather. And what other country did I love, man? I loved I love Qatar and Dubai. So yeah, man. Yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.